Alphafly wouldn't be what it is today without Eliud's feedback. He was so instrumental.
This humble farmer who used to run 2 miles to school every day. On a 140, the unofficial time.
There's his wife.
Eliud Kipchoge storms into the history books in Vienna.
For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record.
Welcome back to Tie Kicks for another week, and this week we're going to be talking about Nike, running and their technology. This is a review of the Nike Air Zoom Alphafly Next Percent, the world's fastest running shoe. Disclaimer, the shoe that did break the 2-hour marathon running barrier was a concept version of the Alphafly. So the shoe is the retail version and is just an assessment and an overlook about how they feel from a casual perspective. Previous models of the Nike running set that I've had in the past were the 4% and the Vaporfly Next Percent. It's a really, really strong lineup dominating the running world right now, and there are people coming into it to try and compete. You've got things from Adidas coming through and more brands, but the Alphafly has had the headlines predominantly in the running world more recently. They released a version that was black and green a little while ago. It just wasn't for me, but now we've got the Watermelon Colourway. So this is it. This is the Alphafly Next Percent. An amazing piece of engineering from Nike using their amazing ZoomX and Air Zoom technologies. I managed to pick this shoe up in a UK 9.5, and I recommend you trying a pair on before you buy because they're pretty expensive at over £250. It's not something that you want to take lightly. I normally have 9.5 shoes across the board, both casual and running. That's perfect size for me, so true to size is what I would say. But definitely try it on if you can. Unfortunately, these did sell out on Nike UK pretty quickly in larger sizes. There are a few small sizes available still, so go and check online for them. So without further ado, let's get inside the box. The box is all white with a Nike swoosh on the top, and we've got the timer stamped onto the side in a glossy kind of print. Then we've also got the Nike running logos down one of the sides as well. As we lift up the box lid, inside we're greeted with this. Really nice white tote bag with the Nike swoosh on one side and a Nike swoosh in a small black version with the Air Zoom branding on the side. Beyond that is some tissue paper with the Air Zoom branding on it as well and Nike swoosh, and underneath is the shoe. And here it is. This is the Alphafly. What an awesome shoe. You've got what is all around one of the most technologically advanced running shoes ever to hit the market. This is incredibly lightweight. Let's get into the shoe and have a look at its features. Since the Vaporfly Next Percent came out, they've evolved the upper to this brand new atom knit technology. Ultra breathable, ultra lightweight with no separate tongue. It's an all one piece construction, and on top you've got some plastic overlay for the eyelets around the lacing so that you get a nice tight fit around the midfoot. The laces are serrated, so they give you a little bit more stability when you do tighten them up, and they don't loosen out very easily. The lace tips are also in 2 colours representative of this Watermelon Colourway, in a nice vibrant red and black checkered design on one tip and a teal colour with the Nike swoosh on the other. You've got this enormous Nike swoosh that runs all the way around the front top part of the shoe into the toe box in a vibrant red into a purpley fuchsia colour. On the medial side, you've got this Nike swoosh slightly smaller than the other one in a teal kind of colour, and it grades out into a blue. While the upper of this shoe in total has got a really soft feel with this atom knit fabric, as you get to the back of the heel counter, it becomes a lot more structured and stable to lock your heel in. With this one-piece construction at the top of this one-piece tongue, you've got a piece of fabric nylon that's going to help you pull the shoe on, but it's got a bit of text there. It reads Nike Air Zoom Alphafly Next Percent. On the back of the heel counter, you've got this area here, which is a black piece of nylon as well, with a Nike swoosh in the teal colour. On the inside of the shoe, you've got the Nike swoosh on the insole with Just Do It branding in black, and these are non-removable. For an added bit of comfort around the heel counter portion, just inside the shoe, they've added a bit of a padded lozenge, something to just lock your heel in, but also to give you a little bit more comfort as you're running. One big difference from the Vaporfly models of Nike running shoes is this change of heel. Before, it was just a traditional heel counter area around the sock liner, but now they've given this spoiler kind of effect to hopefully prevent your heel from rubbing on the back of the shoe. Now let's move on to where the real true technology is and have a look at the midsole. This is hugely different from the previous version. There's a huge stack of ZoomX foam that's been placed into the heel portion of the shoe. There's a rather large amount of it as well in the forefoot, but you've now got two Air Zoom pockets that are going to give you a lot more stability in the forefoot as you run along. The Air Zoom pockets are different from side to side. On this one, you've got the red Zoom pocket on the outer side, and on the inside, it's this tealy blue Air Zoom pocket. This shoe has obviously got that amazing carbon plate that runs front to back full length in the shoe now, and they have designed this for different sizes of feet. With this evolution, the carbon plate now runs front to back full length and is at different thicknesses based on your size of foot. It's a much better idea for giving a custom fit for individual size wearers. The carbon fibre plate has now got some branding on the underside of it with the Nike Fly Plate branding, and you can see it. It's really, really visible on the underside of the shoe. And we've now got some extra amounts of rubber on the undersole to give you a lot more traction as you run. It's something of a major improvement over previous generations. There's also some extra rubber on the back of the heel area just to give it a little bit more durability. ZoomX has been really well known in the past to kind of degrade quite quickly. It's a very, very delicate foam, but it's an incredible piece of engineering. So now they've extended those extra bits of rubber pads at the back of the heel, hopefully for those heel strikers out there, it won't degrade too quickly. Now, I occasionally heel strike, but these really encourage you to stay on the fronts of your feet. They really do. They give you so much more stability underfoot, and I really do enjoy wearing them. The ZoomX foam has two individual colours of white on the top part of the midsole and the watermelon minty aero green colour on the bottom part of the ZoomX. There's also some wording on the bottom that says measured in the lab, verified by world-class runners, Nike Running. It's also got the ZoomX branding on the heel part of the midsole. So I'm no runner, but as you can see, I've been taking these out for a bit of a run and test to see what they've been like on feet. With that being said, let's get outside and give them a quick blast and see what they're like and how they feel compared to previous generations. So this is my first opportunity to be able to get out and about with the new Nike Air Zoom Alphafly Next Percent, and I'm by no means any kind of professional runner in any way, so I sort of use these shoes as a way to sort of gauge how good the technology is advancing and to see how they've improved from the 4% through to the Next Percent. And now, finally, what we have here is the Alphafly Next Percent that's being worked on by kilchoge, the world record marathon runner. Now, after running in this shoe for just over 10 minutes, and that's all I needed to make that decision. I think even in the first 2 minutes of me running, I could tell the shoe was far better than the Next Percent that I reviewed some time ago. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out in the link above. Now, with that being said, I think it's about that time that you've got to see these properly in detail on feet. To summarise, the Alphafly Next Percent is 100% a massive improvement on the previous generation. Strangely enough, I wasn't really a big fan of the Vaporfly Next Percent. I obviously own them, but I really didn't enjoy running with them. I'd rather run in the 4%. There was something about the Vapor Weave upper that I didn't enjoy. It wasn't particularly stretchy, and I didn't like that separate tongue. I also didn't feel like the Zoom X in the forefoot was particularly that responsive. This, on the other hand, is a totally different situation. It's night and day. I definitely recommend the Alphafly if you're looking for a fantastic way to be comfortable and get that little bit of extra spring in your step without having any of the stresses placed on your knees and different areas. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you for another review very soon.